What makes inner soul work different than other online coaching or other coaching in general? You see, most online fitness coaches, they specialize in one thing, which is great. That's awesome. I guess you could say I specialize in something. I specialize in the fact that I help people with more of a mindset. Now, people don't realize that they're failing with their fitness and nutrition because they haven't fixed the root problem. You go to fitness coaches, and a lot of them are really good. A lot of them are not good at all. You got a lot of fitness coaches out there that they've read all the books, they've studied all the material, they've gone to school. They have no real world application for it. These are usually the science-based coaches. They only apply the science, and the science doesn't happen in the real world. And then you have a lot of people who just don't really have the experience. You have a lot of people who focused in one area. You have powerlifting coaches, which is great. You have strongman coaches, you have weightlifting coaches, you have bodybuilding coaches. This is all great. You have weight loss coaches, you have general fitness coaches, and this is, like I said, this is all good. They all specialize in their area, and the ones that are good, they're really, really good. But the problem with a fitness and nutrition coach is a lot of them don't tackle the main problem. The reason why you start and stop, I talk to people and they're like, I've tried this, I'll get motivation for a while, and then that motivation will go away, or something will come up in life, or this will happen in life, or that'll happen in life, and they come up with all these reasons why they weren't able to continue what they were doing. And that's, again, because they haven't tackled the issue, the underlying issue. And that's what I do. I have started and stopped and started and stopped. I've had motivation. I've lost motivation. I had motivation to be one of the best in the world, and I accomplished that goal. And after I accomplished that goal, I didn't really have anything afterwards, and I fell into a massive depression. I went through addiction, and I battled that addiction. And even through that addiction, I was still training and working out and learning, but I didn't really go like wasn't really into it that much. I hadn't fixed my problem. I had started and stopped when I was younger. I've always been in the gym. I've always been around a gym. I've always studied exercise science. I've always studied everything that you could possibly study, dealing with it. Where I stand out is that I've applied a lot of it. I've come up with a training program that builds strength, that builds muscle, that does work capacity, that works on mindset. I have competed in CrossFit competitions, powerlifting meets, and high-level strongman competitions all in the same year, not training specifically for any of them, and won them all. Won the CrossFit competition, won the powerlifting meet in my weight class, won the strongman competition. I've won them all, and while maintaining close to competition stage level of body fat. Of course, it's not like 4% or 5%. I was more like 8 or 9%, but I'm pretty close. Where I'm getting at is that people don't tackle the main issue, and that's where I come in. People get caught up in life. They say they give reasons again why they fall off of their programming. And when you come to a regular fitness coach, they're going to charge you what I hear is generally $1,500 for 12 weeks for a workout routine. But none of them tackle the problem, which is your mindset. None of them give you a structure. None of them understand the root cause, because motivation is going to come and go. Motivation is going to go. What they have to teach is discipline. They have to teach their clients discipline. And none of them really know how to create discipline, because none of them they don't really sit down and figure this stuff out. I sit down and I figure, okay, I do this, why? Why do I do this, but why do people do this? Why do we do this? What's the purpose in behind this? What's the purpose in us thinking this way? What's the purpose in this reaction that we have to these particular outside forces? The whys, the psychology of it. I will experience something in lifting, and I'll go and read a Carl Jung study and apply something from Carl Jung's psychotherapy to lifting and why we fall off our programming.